Wrestle Addict Radio HQ, representing kings of the rings to the fullest. King Ricky made the hot tag to Willie T, and out of nowhere like Randy is the Queen Bee. K-Fay brother, 400 plus in the bag like money in the bank brother. See when they pod, it's the opposite of common. Look at the comments, crowned at a certified top 10. You heard? Kings of the Rings pod. Throw up a too sweet when you see the squad. Like a chop in a, I know you feel it. Kings of the Rings are the illest. Kings of the Rings are the illest. Kings of the Rings are the illest.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Kings of the Rings podcast, episode number 412. I'm your host, King Ricky Rose. Thank you guys for joining us. Tonight we are here live on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitch, across KOTR_podcast and Wrestle Addict Radio's official pages. So we've got a pretty quick and easy show tonight because I don't know if you know or if you've been outside, it's really hot. And yeah, it's
heat wave.
Yes, and I don't feel like doing this for a very long time this week at all. With me, as always, the founder, the proprietor, the man who's still going to wear that John Cena headband, especially because it's really hot outside. Willie T, how are you?
It's coming in handy, let me tell you.
I bet it is.
My wrists don't normally get sweaty, but now I'm not going to start now if they do. So that's the good news. So I'm comfy over here. I got the fan blowing on me. I don't think it's coming along too strong on the mic. So
no, I don't hear it at all.
Technology. But Kaezar, Gaymon, how are you? It's good to see you. I see your hat came in the mail. I think mine shipped. Mine's coming very soon.
Yours should be coming like either tomorrow or Thursday, I think. I can check it for you.
Yeah, I know. I can check tracking too. It's going to be here momentarily.
Hello, everyone. I have new merch. I have a new office. I have a new nickname. I feel like I'm very much in my summer rebrand era.
You have the entire Twilight saga behind you, I can see.
You're goddamn right I do. The whole Twilight series is here. The whole
ruining vampires one by one.
Hell yeah. We have a Court of Thorn and Roses series back here. We got Lord of the Rings back here.
Lord of the Rings back there.
We got Harry Potter back here. We got musical scripts back here. We got them all.
And the Wicked Pad.
Hell yeah, that is my... Boris is here. We have Wicked the Cup. We have Wicked the Book. We are ready.
Kay takes fandoms very seriously.
Extremely seriously. I mean, I'm
about it. I'm not hating.
I love to read.
I'm looking at a keyblade as we speak. All right, I get it.
I don't know if you can see, but hanging from one of my Lord of the Rings books is the One Ring.
I'm wearing the One Ring right now on my necklace, so it is what it is. So yes, Kay, I love the new merch.
Thank you.
Honestly, that hat looks really good on camera.
Yeah.
Can I say I'm gonna get closer so everyone can see?
Wow, they did a great job with that.
Yo, it's fucking crisp. Let me show you all the back.
Crap. That embroidery is really good.
Ignore my bangs. I need a bang trim.
You can ignore my bangs too.
Where? There it is.
There it is. That's good.
It looks so good and it's mad comfy. Hold on, let me put this on.
Yeah, no, that's freaking excellent. You make me want to get a hat of mine, and I don't even do dad hats like that.
Huh?
I don't even do dad hats like that.
I love dad hats. Most of my hats are either dad hats or trucker hats. And it came out so good. It's really comfy and clean. I've had it on all day, hiding from the sun.
That's very nice. Speaking of which, yes, as you guys know, our merch is on sale right now. We're going to talk about that. Protect Trans. That's actually a good design too. So yeah, our merch is on sale. It is the last week for our new merchandise store to have 50% off your purchase. As it has been our introductory month on our new fourth wall shop, which from all the people who bought it, aka the 3 people on the show, pretty rave reviews right now. Kay and I have been working in the background to add some new stuff on a seasonal basis. I don't know if you got to look at my list yet, Kay, but I fiddled around with something.
Let me go in the drive. This is not my drive.
Yeah. 50% off your purchase for the first month, which is going to be the rest of the month of June. And then if you spend $75 or more on our store, you will get free shipping. On top of that, obviously, this is the last week of Pride, and we do have the Protect Trans Live Pride collection as well as our brand new Wrestletic Radio Pride designs, including the dad hat and a t-shirt in black and in white primary colors. Like we said, all proceeds will go to the Trans Lifeline. And Kate, do you want to speak more about that?
Yeah, I would. If only.
Did your script not load up again?
I'm in the wrong Google.
Oh, that could be an issue.
And I thought that our shit was shared to the Wrestletic Radio Drive, and I don't see it. You
did not, I don't believe.
I thought you had it in the Wrestletic Radio Drive. Okay, so we're just gonna wing it. Trans Lifeline by trans people. For trans people, 988 for queer and trans people is getting chopped. So Trans Lifeline desperately needs support. 100% of our proceeds are going to Trans Lifeline for all the Pride shirts and the Pride trucker hat. If you need support or are in crisis, please contact their U.S. hotline at area code 877-565-8860. If you are in Canada in need of support or in crisis, please call or text their hotline at 877-330-6366.
Charles, no, Juneteenth gear is not out yet, seeing we totally missed that deadline, but we'll think of something for next year.
It's always something with us.
There's a lot going on in June.
June's a big month for a lot of things.
June is also what? I think it's Men's Mental Health Awareness Month or something.
Yes, and then General Mental Health Awareness Day. It's Men's Mental Health Month in June, but General Mental Health Month is in like May or March, one of the M's.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
M for mental.
M for mental. That's a good way. That's a good way. If we didn't already have a show title, that would have been it. M for mental.
M for mental.
M for mental would have been an obviously genius one, but we don't have that. So yeah, no. Please go check out our wrestle-addict-radio-shop.4fold.com. It's an awesome site. I have no complaints with it. It's freaking great. You ordered your hat on the show last week, and it should be here this week.
Yeah.
It's about a week turnaround. Like, my shit came so quick. Like, my stuff arrived within a week of it shipping. It's really comfortable. Like, not to be all pitchy, but like the design.
It's our stuff.
All right, but like, if y'all can see, for those of us on camera, you can like see the design. Like, it's not like a shitty press on. Like, it's like on there.
It looks really clear.
It's so clear. I'm so relieved.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
There's too many shirts that like you wash it a few times, like the print starts peeling.
It fades away, yeah.
Yeah, it fades away really quickly. I've had that happen with a lot of shirts I've bought recently.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this will happen with
you. Know what? Remember the old Teespring, that old Kings of the Rings, that the old logo I put on a black shirt?
Faded away.
Still, no fade.
Oh, it's still going?
That one's totally fine.
Nice.
The Wrestletic Radio was a little faded on the back, but I think it was even designed like that way a little bit. But the front, totally fine.
The main reason I don't have most of the Teespring stuff is just because I outgrew it. Like,
that's true.
I was mad skinny during most of the Teespring era, and I'm not mad skinny anymore. So, here we go, new merch. It's much more but it's more comfortable than the old merch too.
That's good. Yeah, my stuff should be coming in this week.
It's comfort colors, y'all.
Yeah, and it's going to be good. And hopefully, if Kay and I talk, maybe post 4th of July, we'll do some summer lineup stuff for a couple of months, and things like that. Summer, fall, we've got a lot of things coming down the barrel for all of that merch. So please go check it out and help support your favorite podcast, your favorite wrestling podcast. With that being said, let's move on to the only thing we're talking about this week. Night of Champions is still going on this Saturday, June 28th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in Saudi Arabia. I think it's Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, this week. It is Riyadh. There was earlier this week, aka a day ago, there was discussions and worry being had by a lot of people after Iran and Israel decided not to play so nice with each other. Whether or not WWE was going to proceed with doing this show, there was discussions, or there was word that some of the staff members from WWE who had, taken early flights over to, set up the arena were stuck in an airport because a lot of the airports were shut down temporarily. I do believe they're all functioning now. And there was even discussions between myself and Kay and Mance who were saying, like, are we really going to do the show? Because at that time, we didn't know what was going to transpire in the next 24 hours or so. Apparently, things have calmed down enough. I had the early prediction that WWE is too confident not to put on this show, and they were just going to do it anyways, regardless of what would happen. And they would just live and die with the consequences, no pun intended.
I'm with Charles.
I agree. And Daddy's got mad debt.
Yeah, no. And so they were it's ridiculous story. That's very true. And so it looks like they are going on with the show, and that's what it's going to be. So, what are your thoughts on this? I know you had some discussion about this.
Yeah, no, I didn't think for a second it was going to be taken off of TV or moved or anything. One, because WWE has $1 billion deal. But yeah, two, I understand that's like airports were shut down. No
civilian flights. No
civilian flights. But remember, all that Saudi crown prince has to do is go, no, they land. And guess what? They land.
Yeah.
So
you would hope that was. I think my concern was that they were like Saudi Arabia is smack dab in the middle. I was like, that's
it is smack dab in the middle. But like the event is also it's taking place in a different country, and I'm not going to comment on the wars at all in general. But it doesn't make any sense for Iran to attack Americans in Saudi Arabia. Like, why would you like what is the benefit of bombing wrestlers? So that made you think this whole thing was a nothing story. Like they took something that was real with the civilian planes being landed and not being allowed to come in. And it's like, oh, they might be talking about this. And honestly, it's a safe assumption they're talking about it. But it's just like, was this ever a serious thing? I don't believe it.
I don't think it was more of a nothing story. I think it was more of considerable worry.
It's a valid concern, but
at
the end of the day, it ended up being clickbait.
Now, if they were doing tribute to the troops,
that's the other
thing. That would be a very big concern.
Didn't they do fucking tribute to the troops during the Iraq War? Like,
yes, they did.
It was fine.
Yeah,
there are well with people who aren't in the armed forces, there are kind of rules of engagement. Like, you don't bomb hospitals and things like that. And that's one of the things where, like, there's some things you can and cannot do in war, which is kind of crazy because all is fair in love and war, pun intended.
Well, I mean, it's just international law is not real. It's just after World War II, the UN was created to be like, hey, let's kind of establish rules of war. And now in 2025, we're like, fuck those rules.
So why do you want to, like, hope they're not going to bomb, like, schools, hospitals, like, places of worship or whatever? WWE show does not fall into that level of, I guess, importance. No offense.
Yeah, it's just I don't see why you'd attack Americans in like a unless like is Iran, and I don't know the relations between Iran and Saudi Arabia. I can't imagine they're
I have allies
no enemies. Like, I have no idea.
I'm not sure.
I know Saudi Arabia is our ally, so like again, why would they attack us in Saudi? This doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I know Samantha, but as the show's going on, as far as we know, the show's going on, and it's going to be on paper. It looks like interesting, although there was a slight change to the card as of yesterday. But it is going to be.
Yeah, that was weird change.
It's very weird, but we're going to see what happens with it. I think there might be something up behind the scenes, or maybe Dom just said, I don't want to go. Because I can also see Dom saying, like, I don't want to go.
Or AJ might not want to go either. Like, he's got kids and shit.
That's true. Yeah, that's very true, but we'll see. So first up on this is, for the last time ever, we think.
It's not.
John
ever. 3 more times.
Maybe. John Cena, AJ Styles, a WWE Championship. According to WWE statistics, they are 6 out of 14 matchups. They are 6-6. One was a no contest and one was like a draw. So they are completely even according to WWE stats.
Yin and Yang. That's
Yeah.
that promo package is perfect. The Yin and Yang storyline.
Yeah,
Incredible.
done by Corey Graves. Tom found out there were no chicken tendies in Saudi Arabia.
I love Corey Graves' new role with Pat McAfee out. Like Corey Graves back on the main roster is
He deserves it. He's done a great job.
Fitting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so this dispute here, Cena and Punk, really did heat up in the last 2 weeks. Punk ran down Cena on SmackDown 2 weeks ago, completely ran him down.
Excellent.
And then in, imitation is the most sincerest form of flattery. John Cena almost cadence, word for word, bar for bar, almost at the exact same cadence, did CM Punk's pipe bomb. It is so similar because CM Punk was John Cena was put through a table by who?
Cena.
Cena.
Punk.
No. John Cena, when CM Punk did the pipe bomb, was in a tables match with R-Truth.
Oh, yeah.
That was that match?
Yes. Yeah, it was that match.
Dude.
So R-Truth was in a match with Cena. They brought out the Slim Jim table, which is still really fucking funny to me. And Punk is now the one through the table. It was against R-Truth, and I swear to God, if this is why they gave R-Truth because he wanted to be part of like a serious role, and they gave him this, I was like, wow, what a waste.
Yeah. They gave him an Easter egg.
Yeah, yeah. And then Cena ran down Punk in essentially the Punk pipe bomb in a John Cena way, which, Kay, you being the resident CM Punk fan, what were your thoughts on this?
I loved it. I loved it so much. It was so well. I wonder all the time, like, how much fun John and Punk are, like, having. Like,
they're having all the fun. They're having more fun than anybody watching.
Like, I've never enjoyed seeing Punk look so dead in a ring in my whole life. He was, like, straight up dead.
I feel like he was trying not to laugh the entire time.
I feel that way, too. Like, I just feel so much fun out of John and Punk specifically. I need to watch. I meant to do this earlier, but the heat got to me. I wanted to watch both promos back to back, have a true compare and contrast moment. But, like, it was, from what I remember about the pipe bomb, it was perfect. Like, yeah, Punk's, you're right, Charles. Punk's was better.
Punk's was
will always be better.
Way better.
Like, Punk will always be better at being a heel. But I, as a huge Punk fan, as a huge Cena fan, I am really enjoying them reversing their roles. Yeah, that being said, there's some bullshit coming out with this match.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
oh, yeah. You don't waste this at Night of Champions. This is a 1 of 2 at least.
I think we're getting 3.
Whew.
It's too good. I feel like Punk and Cena is too much money.
Yeah. There still needs to be space for Cena and Styles one more time. That's the last big one.
Yeah.
That's the last big one we need. I don't know. For the Cena pipe bomb, I couldn't fully get into it because then he was talking about like how he's been doing this for 25 years consistently. I was like, John, you took time. I've seen all of your movies. Like, John, you haven't been doing this for 25 years. And then his whole thing when he was like, he's using Punk's like promo to show how bad it was or whatever. I was like, John, you're just proving Punk right from a week ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what took me away from it. I was like, wait, no, this isn't a gotcha, Punk. Like, you're just proving him right. That's what it was. I was like, you're proving him right. See, and I was like, I don't know if this is working the way you think it's going to work.
Yeah, he should have. His goal was to do the pipe bomb, but the John Cena version. But instead, we got John Cena doing CM Punk version, as the CM Punk version. So, like I like how he like. The only thing that was missing was he wasn't sitting on top of the ramp. He was sitting on a turnbuckle. That's the only difference. And he didn't mention Vince McMahon, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
If you're gonna try
instead of mentioning Vince, he mentioned Punk being a TKO guy. So I guess that's the
that's fair. That's the
parallel. And I was like transference, John, but continue.
Yeah. No, that's a fair point. That was the yeah, but
I do like how he did kind of be like, "Hey Claudio, hey Cardona, hey Nick Nemeth," or he said
there
no.
was an Easter egg there because when Punked in the pipe bomb, he did Nick Jackson, Matt Jackson, and Colt Cabana.
Yeah,
So it's the same letters, which I was like, okay, that's pretty cool.
it's funny. Cardona responded on the Indies and did his own little pipe bomb. He said, "Hey John Cena."
Yeah, of course.
I love that.
Obviously.
Yeah, but it was one of those things where I was like,
It was good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying
No, it was good. It was good.
going on it. But the internet was like, oh my God, the best promo of his career. I'm like, no, it's not.
No, it wasn't.
No, I did not see the best promo.
Definitely
Rap Battle John
Roman.
Cena was better than all of this. Like if he did a rap pipe bomb, done. So done.
That would have been really cool.
There
That
you
would have been
go.
really cool. Yeah.
Like you gotta do your pipe bomb, but you gotta bring like hip hop scenes back. Remember like last week when he turned his hat backwards to Nick Aldis?
Yeah.
Like, that's what we needed cutting that pipe bomb promo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's like, I'm just gonna do CM Punk, not as good as CM Punk.
Yeah, and I was like, that was not for me, John. But like, it was cool. It was interesting. I like it. You know, I think this is leading to a SummerSlam matchup of some sort, or Seth cashing in on Cena. Because I think Seth's cashing in first.
Oh, for sure.
He's revving up real hard for a cash in. Real hard. I think Naomi's going to lie and wait for a while. But with that being said, what is it? Kick to the nuts. Championship belt to the face.
Belt to the face.
LOL, Cena wins.
Some sorry boxer comes out that only the crowd knows. Travis Barker, and then that's how the match ends. I'm not trying to bet. That's what they do. They do the Travis Barker fucking spot again.
Travis Scott.
Travis Barker. Travis Barker would have been way better.
Barker would have been so interesting.
They do the Travis Scott spot with just a Saudi celebrity that no one else knows.
Listen, I love Travis Scott coming out high as a kite to every WWE appearance he makes.
Same.
But yeah, I think it's a clean sweep here. LOL, Cena wins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's inevitable. I think this is a stopgap, especially with so much going on. You know, in 2 weeks from now, we have All In, Great American Bash, Evolution 2, and Saturday night's main event. So I think this is a good kind of primer for whatever's happening at SummerSlam. And plus, Cena and Punk were both at SummerSlam, so I think this is at least one of two.
The reason I think there's going to be one more is because I think they're going to run it back when they eventually flip and John's a face again.
Ooh. I like that idea. I like that idea a lot.
Like they could probably maybe do it twice during this era, like United Champions. Punk gets his title back at SummerSlam. We can get heel Punk incoming. John starts turning face again, and then they wrestle again at the end of Cena's time.
Will Charles said it'll be Canelo that'll come out.
That would be fucking wild. Also, what would be wild is John Jones, because he just retired from UFC.
He did just retire. Mance, do you want to come on for a Saturday night's main event thing? Because I know you have a lot of words. Goldberg.
Oh my God, you have
Goldberg,
to.
yes, man. With Goldberg coming back, you have to.
So keep that in mind.
I made a sticker in my phone of Goldberg, so now I can react to things with Goldberg.
Oh, can we sideberg real quick? Pun intended. Kay, can you tell Will about your plans for the Hollow Wedding?
Oh, Will. Okay. So I don't know if you know this, but there's like a TikTok trend or whatever where you send extra wedding invitations to like brands or like celebrities you like. So we're gonna send some extras to like the Mets, the Jets, whatever. But then I found a group on Facebook that has like celebrity contact info. So I'm just going through this random ass database. And on the second page, I find Goldberg.
No fucking way.
I have since found the WWE fan mail mailing address. So pretty much you can send fan mail to any superstar. You just pick superstar, CO, and then old address or whatever. So we are planning to invite Goldberg, R-Truth, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk to our wedding.
Amazing.
They're not coming, but like
my bet's on Punk. Punk would show up for something ridiculous like this.
If CM Punk showed up to my wedding, I'd pass out. Especially because every time I've ever tried to go to meet and greet for him, does not work out.
You should put that in your letter.
And that's the thing. I'm gonna write little like handwritten notes to each.
Mhm.
Like Seth and Goldberg and R-Truth are like Liv's faves. So like
Amazing.
You gotta send one out to the Hardys.
they're on my list. I haven't found Abdars yet because they're technically not WWE.
Yeah, the TNA.
Yeah, but TNA is like WWE light these days, so you can find it.
I have to look. I haven't finished finding.
See if TNA corporate, if the TNA corporate, see if TNA management at the website has like an email.
TNA has a
go to TNA.com and see if they have some sort of contact info.
Yeah.
Them that way.
They got
have
a
to
Like,
website.
hey, do you have a way we can get in? Do you have a fan mail thing?
I added, who else did I add to my list? Julie Andrews, Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Do one for Eric Bischoff. Get him out of Montana.
I don't want to waste.
Don't waste the postage.
No,
Don't waste the postage on Eric
they're
Bischoff.
taking like all time.
He showed up at weddings before.
I don't want. If I have to pick anyone, I don't want Eric Bischoff.
Just an idea.
No, we're gonna stick to like the faves because at this point, the Performance Center and Stanford.
Are you going to send one to Dolph Ziggler?
Oh, I could. No, I can't.
Now you have to send one to Dolph Ziggler so he can crash your wedding and just scream, "It should have been me."
I would love. No,
That would be the greatest wedding ever.
Dolph Ziggler blew up my Twitter in 2017. I don't think I'm going to strike lightning twice with him.
You never know. You never know with Mr. Nick Nemeth. All right. So with that being said, let's move on to the rest of the card. We have the King of the Ring finals, and surprise, surprise, once Randy won, you kind of knew that Cody was winning no matter what.
No,
Yeah, I still had hope, but I was a fool. It was a fool's hope.
We were all a fool. Listen, we worked our way into thinking Sami could do the impossible, and that's why it's the impossible. And so we have a tale as old as time, Cody, Randy, which I thought would have happened when Cody was the champion, but it's not. So I don't know what you do here. It's like you can have Randy do something, but you can have Cody because, like, eventually, I think this all leads to Cody versus John again.
1,000,000%.
Yeah.
So like it's hard for me to fathom Randy.
No,
doing
Cody's
something
they're both
weird.
on SmackDown. That's right. They're both on SmackDown.
Yeah. So it's hard for me to have Randy do anything that would be worth his time in this entire thing. So look, I think it's Cody.
Yeah.
I think it's a simple Cody.
I think it's a mistake. I think Sammy J is the way better final.
I agree. It's more interesting.
No,
Yeah,
like
especially if
this.
Sammy's the one to beat John and like his way out, and then John eventually puts Sami forever over in a sense.
Don't we want Randy to be a heel for this feud though? Like I do want to see Cody Randy, but I want to see Randy as the heel.
Yeah. And it's not going to happen. This is just like a gentleman's fight at this point.
Yeah, like I don't need like we're friends match.
We had that with Cody and Jay.
I think I want to see Cody and Randy do something else. Like, I don't know. This is giving very much Padawan versus Jedi Master in Saudi Arabia.
I mean, Cody is a giant Star Wars nerd, so this would make all the sense in the world.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. I want Randy to be vicious and mean and like beat the shit out of Cody.
Yeah.
I want 2009 mean Randy Orton.
I want him to punch Brandy in the head.
I want it so bad.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to happen. I think it's Cody. The one thing we have to consider with John Cena's appearances, he's racking up appearances. Like, he doesn't have that many appearances left. He might be close to the
dates or something left.
He might be close to the single digits after Night of Champions.
I mean,
no, there was 19 the other night.
There was not 19 the other night.
Like
when he started after WrestleMania, it was at like 25.
As per Google AI, he has 17 appearances left.
Oh, it's more than I thought. Okay.
Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds right.
Okay, there's enough stuff.
We're about to hit July. So you got July, August, September, October, November, December. 6 months.
Yeah. About 3 appearances a month. give or take.
Yeah, it says his next confirmed appearances. We have July 18th in Texas. We have SummerSlam, SmackDown in Montreal, SmackDown in Dublin, SmackDown in Lyon, France, Clash in Paris, and Crown Jewel Perth. To get us through the next few months.
That's right. Crown Jewel is in Australia. That's right.
I totally forgot about that.
That's totally right. Because I hope it's a new set of Crown Jewels too. Just do different Crown Jewels from different parts of the world.
Honestly, that would be so cool.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. So I'm going Cody. Will, you're going Cody?
Yeah.
Hey, Cody.
Yeah, but I want it to be Randy.
It's not going to be Randy. Let Randy coast. Let Randy live the fun life. What he's doing right now.
Yeah.
Moving on to the much more interesting final, the Queen of the Ring final. Jade Cargill going up against a returning Asuka, who looks freaking amazing still at whatever age she's at. This is the more interesting one because you can go a lot of different ways with this. Are you crowning Jade the next big thing like you've been working for the last, 3 years? Or do you go with Old Reliable and Asuka? And which would give you Asuka Io at SummerSlam, which on paper seems a crap ton of fun.
Fire.
Yeah, I'm going to go Asuka here because Cody's clearly going over. So you have both of them from SmackDown.
That's true. It is one of those things where it's like it's either you're doing a Raw and a SmackDown person are going to win.
Yeah, and let's be honest, Io doesn't really have anything going on right now, so this is an easy way to start a story. It's like, oh, I earned the right to face you, not like there's no bad blood in that feud for now. It's something to start off a feud because they have nothing for her. So yeah, I'm going Asuka.
My other thing is I think it's one of those weird things because SmackDown's still on TV technically.
Yeah.
And Raw is featured to a more global audience, and their 2.5-hour time frame is fantastic. Wow, Mance is on fire tonight. We're gonna be a proper heel punt kick
Wow.
That's great heat.
That's hard.
Great heat. That's great heat. Anywho, so you've been building Jade to be the next big thing, and Jade is more seen in the American audience as on SmackDown, obviously. And the other big thing is that the most interesting Money in the Bank winner this year is Naomi, and Naomi's on a roll.
Mm-hmm.
And her big thing is hating the living shit out of Jade. So it's one of those things it's kind of like a long-term story. It's kind of tailor-made for Jade to win and Naomi to screw over Jade, especially at a SummerSlam. With Asuka.
I mean, who says Naomi's not going to screw over here? Because Naomi said, I'm not done with you yet. Even though I have the briefcase, I'm not done with you.
Yeah.
So Naomi could screw her over right here and then just give Jade something to do.
That's true if we're not competent. I think the better match out of this would be Asuka Io. 2 former Damn
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And I think that'd be really fun to see at SummerSlam, just a straight match between both of them.
It'd be good. Yeah, it's a good match.
I'm conflicted. I know you're going Asuka, Will, but Kay, who are you going with?
And Jade and Tiffany, not interested.
Not yet.
No, not interested.
I agree.
It needs to be a heel.
I also am going Team Asuka because I don't think that Jade necessarily needs to win Night of Champions right now. She's still, in terms of her WWE career, still pretty green and newish. I don't think she needs to win, and it's not like she's getting buried. Let her story with Naomi cook. Let's be real, Naomi will probably fuck this up for her. I think Jade and Asuka are gonna have a great match. Let Asuka come back with a bang. We've missed her for so long.
Queen Asuka would be really funny to watch.
Queen Asuka would be fun.
The crown, man. She would just play what about Zelina did it, or Amos did it, or Nia Jax did it.
Yeah.
Night of Champions and winning King and Queen of the Ring. It's a great gimmick. It's a great gimmick refresh. And Queen Asuka, I feel it's just more interesting than Queen Jade to me.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And it's more of a gimmick refresh now. Now it guarantees you a title shot at SummerSlam, which is what it used to be the whole time. Some people just, took it to the umpteenth level, like Macho Man becoming Macho King.
And EO needs someone to work with.
That's true now, but Liv's no
They
longer
could-
in the picture.
If needs someone to work with, they could just slide her back into Nia. Like Tiffany has people to work with. Charlotte's still out there. Alexa Bliss is over there. Like there is plenty of competition, believable for Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah, I don't want to see Charlotte and Tiffy again. I
don't either.
I had enough of WrestleMania.
Okay. Give me like Julia and Tiffany.
Julia.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Julia. Julia. Oh, that Julia. Oh, yeah. I think Julia's going for a mid-card title.
Yeah,
well,
U.S.
probably.
title. Who's got the U.S.? Who's got the women's U.S. title? Who took it off of? Oh, Zelina.
Zelina has it.
Zelina has it now. Yeah. Now it's going to be interesting to see what goes with that. But I think I'm going to go with Asuka then too. I'm going to go with the safe bet and think Asuka. Now at this point, watch Jade win the whole thing. We're all going to be like, well, what do we do now?
Literally.
Well, she wins at SummerSlam and Naomi cashes in. There you go. I mean, then you get. It's like, what does WWE want more at SummerSlam? Are you going to stumble through a Jade finish, or are you just going to walk right into a great Asuka match?
Yeah. It's but the Money in Bank, no matter what, the Money in Bank is still going to be at play.
Yeah, I mean, Naomi's ready.
Absolutely.
She is championship ready with a capital R.
Yeah, that's why you hold her off until like the last possible moment, and I love it, especially the fake cash in on Friday when it happened.
Yeah, no, it gives you flexibility. It's 100% flexibility. It's like, okay, we can cash this in whenever we want, whenever it makes most sense for us. Whereas Seth's got
to go now. He's got to go now at some point.
I'm already so over Seth having the briefcase. I'm already over it.
Yeah, I'm kind of. His faction's kind of.
It's falling flat. They're not doing anything.
They're not doing anything. Like, they want Money in the Bank, but they're not like doing anything.
He barked on TV this week. Good for him. All you did was annoy the dogs of the WWE fans.
Although, dude, that Braun Breaker Penta match was fucking unreal. That was a really good match. It was a really good match.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
They don't even have a fucking name yet, right?
No name yet.
Yeah, no name.
No name.
That's weird. I feel like that's a little weird to me. Like, it feels like they're just these random guys. If you want them to feel intimidating and cohesive, like, give them something. Like, WWE's not afraid of giving factions bad names. Why are we afraid all of a sudden? Like, Pure Fusion Collective? What was that? It's not a name. They, like, pick words out of a generator. They could do that with Seth.
You know it's a word out of a generator? Yadanamin. And Yadanamin is going to be the U.S. title fight. Jacob Fatu is defending his title against Solo Sikoa because Jacob Fatu hates Solo, and this is clearly a feud ender.
I love this.
Maybe Solo disappears. I don't know. Jacob Fatu was also at Fanatic Specs looking like he's straight out of a blood gang. Like, he was just wearing all red. He was like an all red, like, furry outfit.
He had a great time. He's another person who really, because I feel like he just sat at his table as long as he could and just met as many fans as he could and had an amazing time. He's had a great time with the fans, which is really what he kind of needs right now. I mean, people already love him, but like, you gotta let him love them back, kind of a thing.
I saw him do an interview with like a little kid. It was really cute. Like,
and it's
a little
like,
kid was interviewing him about like sports cards.
Nice.
It was so nice.
And like, seeing this giant, terrifying man being a happy child is just, it's so weird, but it works in every single way. Cause like, I want to like fucking be scared of you, but I also want to give you a hug because you're so happy.
This match is to fulfill the Samoan clause for a PLE.
Literally.
Yes, for real.
Roman's out. So.
Dude, I'm pumped for this though. Although I don't know why WWE always does this. Like, how come every time where it's like the two guys in a faction are shitting on the third one just has to walk out and be like, "Oh, I heard you." At the end of the promo. It worked
for Bailey and Io a couple years ago.
No, but they did it with Evolution with Batista.
Yeah.
They did it with Nia Jackson, Alexa Bliss, and Mickie James. They did with the one you just mentioned, and then they just did it again. Every single time. It's like, isn't it kind of better? Wouldn't it be better if during Money in the Bank, we, the audience, didn't know Jacob knew? Isn't that
be a great swerve? Yeah.
It's like, oh well, we know what's going on. It's just like, well, just do it. We know. The only one who doesn't know is Solo, and if he just watched TV, he would also know. Like, the whole point of this kind of story is He knows he's not supposed to know. Well,
Yeah,
we don't supposed to know he knows.
It's like when they could have pulled it like when Jade came back in Elimination Chamber.
Yeah. You had
And
no
she
idea.
you had no idea.
Imagine if they showed the footage of Naomi attacking Jade like that night at Survivor Series.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a whole big surprise. I know, I get what you're saying.
But other than that, I love this story. I love this feud. I can't wait for this match. And everything Jacob Fatu does just works. And I don't know why.
He just passed 1 year in being in WWE.
Amazing.
Already?
Yeah, it's already been a year.
Jesus Christ. Time flies when you dissociate.
That's true.
I'm stealing that. That's incredible. Okay. I love you for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but there's a progression. Like it feels like he's been in this for like 3 years already.
He's one of those people like he just got it really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He just got the WWE system immediately. Solo is like, man, this was supposed to be me.
You know what's crazy about Solo is that it's hard for us to believe him when he speaks, as he played such a stoic, silent ass beater for so long, and then we tried to give him personality, and we're kind of rejecting it.
God, guys, didn't I say this years ago? I'm like, I love what Solo's doing, but he's screwed when the bloodline's over because he has no character. He has nothing as to really. There's nothing there to develop. Like he's as good as a silent heavy, okay, but what happens when a silent heavy needs to be a silent single? Like. Yeah.
I do kind of think he's funny. Like he has like a personality.
He can talk.
Yeah.
He can talk.
I described him as relatable a few weeks ago. And it seems I was right.
I feel bad, man. I feel bad for Solo. I really do. I want to like Solo Sikoa, but creative has nothing for him.
Yeah, he's just
like
after this, there's nothing left.
We had a plan for you, but Jacob's is better. So now it's like, well, we have everything we were going to do for you. We shifted to someone better. Like we got nothing, and it sucks.
I low-key wish Jacob had I associate Solo's music with Jacob now. Yeah. So anytime I hear Solo's music, I get really excited thinking it's Jacob, and then I'm like, oh, it's just fucking Solo.
You got to hear the Fatu. That's what separates.
The Fatu is so great.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, it's Jacob Fatu winning this. I think that's pretty simple.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's real simple, to the point.
Jacob. The way I shit on Jay Solo is damned, Quan. Jay Solo has been, you always hated Solo.
He does always hate Solo. It's probably because of what happened at 39, but it is what it is. So yeah, Jacob Fatu, clean sweep. This is a very predictable night of champions that I'm not going to see all the way through at the first point because I have prior engagements. However,
same.
I think this match here might shock everybody. This is a last-minute addition. Raquel Rodriguez is going up against Rhea Rhipley. Fucking finally. In a street fight, finally rekindling their rivalry from NXT when they were fighting for the NXT Women's Championship, and Raquel looked like a star, pretty much retiring Rhea from NXT. They finally got around to this, probably because Liv is injured, and they kind of like pigeonholed this in, and good for them. If you've never seen Raquel and Rhea fight, watch their NXT like last woman standing match where Raquel retired Rhea from NXT.
Good.
It's fantastic. These are two like tall women who at one point, I think we talked about it once, Will, on the show about their NXT promo. Like leading into that match. I was like, oh crap, they're really good friends. Yeah. This is
going to be awesome. Let's put it that way.
And they love to beat the shit out of each other because they're really close friends. So this is going to be so much fun. I'm interested how extreme they're going to get.
I think it's going to be a little bloody.
That would surprise me.
That would shock me. Even fake blood.
Yeah, that would surprise me for them because I think this is the first of many. I don't think they're blowing their load in this one match, and there's nothing else to do with it. It's like I think this is going to continue.
Yeah, I hope so.
For hope, this is what Raquel needs.
Yeah,
and I'm going to go on a limb. I think Raquel beats Rhea in this one. Rhea can survive a loss at any point in time.
I mean, I agree.
Yeah.
I think it would be better for Raquel to win. I think
She
that
needs a
is the right.
signature win. Yeah.
I think that is the right move, especially after her partner going down. You need to kind of establish her as, hey, she's not someone to fuck with either.
And it's a street fight.
Yeah. That being said, I'm going Rhea all the way. Because this is an impromptu match like this. You usually give it to the bigger star.
Mm-hmm. However, the bigger star doesn't have a faction behind her like she used to.
Fair.
That we know of.
I'd love to be wrong, but I'm gonna play it safe and go Rhea here.
I think Roxanne plays a factor.
Think Rhea. Yeah.
Roxanne definitely gonna play a factor. I hope they just give the belt to Roxanne because that's better for the storyline. It makes the most sense. Don't strip them. Yeah, don't strip them when you have no tag team to give the belts to.
Yeah.
So.
And I think that's just going to lead it because in the Judgment Day storyline that's still going on after like 4 years almost, Roxanne and Rhea, not my fault. There's a lot of R's. Raquel doesn't trust Roxanne and Rhea. Yeah. Raquel doesn't trust Roxanne, and Roxanne is now trying to prove her worth now that Liv is gone.
Yeah.
She tried to save Raquel on Raw. You know, and I think Roxanne helps Raquel win, which then leads to a bunch of branching storylines. It's essentially the Liv Morgan storyline when she took over Rhea's spot, when Rhea was injured. It's literally history repeating itself.
Yeah. If it worked once, do it again and call it an Easter egg.
Mm-hmm.
Call it long-term storytelling.
Yeah, and Dom hooks up with Roxanne to end the feud with Liv. Like just every SummerSlam, Dom finds a new girl to join Judgment Day.
Dom just has a new boo.
Yeah, all the time. So I think what is this to go on? But Judgment Day has been around so long. I went to Raw with them on it while I was still married. Oh man, sorry, and living at home at least 26 months ago.
I'm dead. Wait, what? Hold on. Wait, what were we doing when the Judgment Day came out? When did the Judgment Day start?
I will tell you, I was in a relationship. That's how long ago it was.
Start part what? 2022?
No, but Judgment Day, 2022 at WrestleMania Dallas when Damian Priest helped Edge beat AJ Styles. That began the formation of the Judgment Day.
It was next day on Raw.
Next day on Raw, and then I think a couple of weeks later,
Rhea
joined. Yep.
Yeah.
That was the beginning, 2022.
I was still a crisis counselor.
Yeah. So there's all that. So yeah, I think it's the power of a Judgment Day, which is really weird to say, helps Raquel win this, and this has Roxanne join Judgment Day proper, which is all probably part of Finn's plan to kick Liv out of Judgment Day and all this stuff. So I think that's what's going to happen. I think Raquel wins this by, as Dave would say, nefarious ways. Judgment Day was so long ago. Taquan wasn't even in college yet.
Damn.
That's a good story, man. I would not hate if that happens. I think it's the right way to go.
I think so too. So we're gonna go. I think Raquel. They have Rhea. The final match on the card. All the marks can shut up now. Karrion Kross is finally gonna be on TV, kind of. So as the story goes, in real life, Karrion Kross did a shoot interview during WrestleMania where he
done a lot of them.
Yeah, where he was blatantly very frustrated about his booking and all the sacrifice, and that really resonated with the internet wrestling community, the IWC. And he was lobbying for time. He started becoming one of the top merch sellers on the shop, and he was still only featured in backstage segments. And recently, he's been toying with Sami Zayn, being like, "You're not a winner. You're always the underdog." He essentially said, in a really weird kayfabe way, your character right now will never be world champion.
Yeah, he's right.
And he's
right.
I
mean, pretty much everything Karrion Kross says, you can just go, yeah, no, he's right.
Mm-hmm. And Sami, as in character, time for my Karrion Kross sandwich to be good. And Sami, and in character, is saying, no, I'm fine just the way I am. And Karrion Kross is like, no, you're not. Like, you'll never win the world title being who you are right now. And listen, if you look at Karrion Kross in his second run, we've said this before, every time he's crossed paths with somebody,
They turn heel.
They turn heel or they have a change. Happened with the New Day, who's getting back to like their dumb heel ways now, which is kind of entertaining. Like, do you see
Xavier's costumes? Man.
Love it.
He's bored. That's what it is. I know he's bored. He's like, I'm not getting on TV. I'm just going to wear ridiculous stuff and see if I get noticed.
It did. He was literally pimping out what's the Australian
Grayson Waller. Yeah. Did you see when they were backstage with Pierce and he was like, I knew that I got a match for you, and they're like, whoa,
a match. And I was like, guys, don't you want to be on TV? Like,
oh man, he did. That's right. He did just like the Player Haters Ball.
Yeah, that's what he's a pimp.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, he's the guy from the Player Haters Ball.
Silky Johnson, I think it was Silky.
Dude, it's fucking incredible. It was so good. I'm like, Xavier, if I ever meet him, I'm going to tell him about that. I'm going to like bring that up. It's like your greatest career moment is dressing as a Chappelle Show pimp. The Player Haters Ball. When you weren't even like featured on TV.
No, I think they did like a commercial segment for the international crowd or something like that.
Oh, maybe. Maybe they filmed a social thing. It was just used as a background.
But back to this match. Karrion Kross has to win this. He has. I think he does. I think
this is management going, okay, shut the fuck up. We're giving you a match. I'll eat a pin.
It's possible, but like this, like if we're gonna be like Sami has to change, him winning doesn't force Sami to change. It just reinforces that he's fine the way he is. I think Sami has to take a devastating loss.
I mean, sure, but I also don't think the booking department really cares about Karrion Kross. Because you know why? We're going to see how this match goes. Like, okay.
This is the most interesting match on the card.
I mean, it kind of, but
it's not the clearest finish, but I think it's the most interesting.
But like, I don't like Karrion Kross's wrestling. It's like, can he have a good match? It's like, okay, he's a good character. He's a great entrance.
I don't remember the last time I saw him do a match or do an entrance. That's also the issue here.
Yeah. So, like, I have no expectations for Karrion Kross.
He could come out here doing, like, Hurricane Ranas the whole time. We're like, whoa, never seen that before. Be totally surprised.
But yeah, I'm going Sami here. I'm going to go Sami.
I'm going to go Kross.
I mean, kudos to Kross for trying to get recognized. He had a very good point on Logan Paul, too. He's like, I don't hate why he doesn't hate Logan Paul. He just hates that other people can't also, like, wrestlers can't do that.
Yeah.
It's a great point. Like, he brings up a lot of great points in his promos. But you're more interesting off camera than you are on camera.
Here's the thing, but we haven't seen him on camera in such a long time, and I'm just like, I'm willing to give this guy another shot.
Fair.
You know. I think Kross has to win this.
Well, you were saying how if Sami's character needs to change, that he needs to suffer a devastating loss. I think the same can be said about getting Karrion Kross a more prominent spot on TV. Like, give him the devastating loss at Saudi, and then bring back his creepy entrance. That was really cool. He doesn't get the TV time, and I feel like him maybe turning in a darker way or doing something more interesting or like adding more nuance to his character can make him coming back to TV in a more prominent way interesting.
It's possible, but I think you still need to win on TV in the ring. Like, you still need to win. It's like The Undertaker is a good example of, he could have had the spookiest, greatest entrance of all time, which most of the time he did, but it would mean nothing if he lost.
But see, to me, like, I don't know, Karrion Kross winning, I feel like he's going to win. That's going to be it. Like, he wins, period. There's no further continuation.
That would be a total waste.
That'd be,
I agree, it would be.
You know, it's one of those things where, like whatever happens, Karrion has to start getting crazier.
Like, he's not doing stuff like on camera.
That's why I think he should lose. Losing over and over again, like you complain about not getting on TV, then you finally get on TV and you fucking lose. That fucking sucks.
I like that idea, except it's. Go ahead, Kay.
Like working really hard for something and then failing at it will drive anyone fucking crazy.
I like it. However, it's not the storyline. Like, we know as fans, he's been lobbying to get on TV. Like, the IWC has been very vocal about that. My issue with that is that the storyline is him saying, Sami, you can't succeed the way you are. Like, if it was storyline where Karrion Kross like if Karrion Kross was pulling like a Billy Kay when she was doing anything to get on TV and was really fucking hysterical at it.
she was going over resumes and headshots.
And she was part of the riot squad for like 2 weeks. If they were doing something like that, or like when Heath Slater was like, I need this job or something like that. I got kids or whatever, but Karrion Kross isn't doing that. He's just a spooky guy in the back that kind of like everything he says comes true. So he did the same thing with AJ that never led to a match, or just led to like a spot in a moment at WrestleMania. Like that was a time to strike with Karrion Kross, because he's been doing his backstage commentary thing to certain wrestlers for a year.
You know,
that just never led to a match.
I think Karrion Kross is projecting that the reason Sami can't get over with his character is because he can't get over with his character.
I don't know. He laughed at Sami punching him in the face. I was like, oh, that's a sign of someone who's really psychotic and doesn't give a damn.
That was a great reaction. Yeah, like, I got him.
Yeah, I got him. So
yeah, I think the story is Karrion Kross finally gets his match. Like that's the story. Karrion Kross finally gets his match.
You know, and we don't know what Scarlett's going to do, because Scarlett's going to play a role in this. Because I think for Karrion Kross to be truly over, you have to include Scarlett a lot more.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, because she's Scarlett. Have you seen that woman?
She's so hot.
Exactly. Thank you, Kay.
It's also what worked the first time in his NXT run. They're like, wow, Karrion Kross is great, but like, wow, this Scarlett, like Scarlett was the entrance, if you remember.
Yeah, I do.
I'd love to see him and Scarlett be spooky with Aleister.
I wish Aleister was more spooky, because he's kind of just playing the serious Satanist, which is kind of a weird thing to say.
Aleister Black's not really doing anything.
I do want to see him and R-Troop go at it, because they're both serious. He's just like Troop, and he was like Black.
I'm so interested in that. That's a match I never thought I'd be interested to see, but I'm interested.
I don't know how Aleister didn't play character for that. Black.
You called me Black. Like, walk away. Yeah, I think so. Will, you're going Sami. Kay, you're going Sami. I'm going with the Kross cult, as they like to call themselves. He also just got a new shirt on the shop as well,
and it sells well, which is like, I don't understand why WWE is waiting so long to fucking use this guy. I mean, clearly there's something there. I just hate his in-ring work. Other than that, I think he's great. Yeah.
So I mean, I'll be interested to see when I do watch this, if I'm able to watch it live, what his in-ring work now, since we haven't seen it on TV for a long time.
Yeah, has he changed his style, or is he still the same? Like big man from the late 90s.
I think that's the most important thing. Like, once he gets in that ring, what happens?
Exactly.
Or so we could see. And also, Sami's going to come in as a major face.
Major face.
Yeah. Which I think plays in favor of Kross. Especially when to play him as the psychotic heel to get the heat.
Yeah.
He beat the golden boy in his hometown. Kind of. Pseudo hometown. It's a thing.
Home nation, home county, like
religious Mecca. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know the exact word for it, but that is the end of our Night of Champions prediction. So we're going to try to predict how this show is going to go. Is it going to be one crown being the worst pay-per-view in the world, aka Exploding Barbed Wire Deathmatch? I will always bring that up. Or 10 crowns being the greatest show of all time. Pretty much WrestleMania 40's finish.
WrestleMania 40. Yeah. WrestleMania 40 as a whole, dude, both nights, even though it was cold night one.
Very cold night one. So, before we get to that, let's recap where the standings are right now, just to give Kay a smile. In first place, Kay with 59 points. Second place, Will with 57. Third place, me with 56. There's a 3-point difference between all of us, so it is anybody.
We got different predictions tonight, so we very might well see a new champion this time next week.
Yeah.
Potentially on the.
Although I think Kay and I agreed on pretty much everything, so maybe
for
not.
the most part, yeah. So if you
We
guys
agreed
screw up,
because we agreed on Sami.
mm-hmm.
We agreed
Did we agree on
Asuka.
Asuka? We agreed on Asuka.
We agreed on the first 4, and then the 2. You guys pick. I picked Raquel. You guys picked Rhea. I picked Kross. You picked Sami.
Yep. Yep. Kay and I agreed on everything.
So looking at this again, if we sweep the first 4, and I just win the bottom 2, You'll be
tied.
I'll be tied at some point. Yeah.
No, you'll be in second, and I'll be
in second.
I'll be in last. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah, it's a toss.
I don't like that. I don't like the idea of being in last, guys. I won last year, like pretty handily too.
I've been consistently in last. Someone else's turn.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting, and then in 2 weeks from now we're going to have we have to do Saturday night's main event, Evolution 2, All In, and Great American Bash.
Ah, fuck me.
In one show?
They're all the same weekend.
Girl.
Can we do it after the Heat Dome?
No, the Heat Wave's going to stop by Thursday.
It's going to be like a 3-hour show.
All In's going to take up a lot of time potentially. Saturday night's main event shouldn't be too long. Evolution. Well, the big ones are All In and Evolution. Because we don't know what's going to go on with that, especially now that Liv is done. Like Evolution 2 is not going to have Liv or Bianca.
That's such a bummer. Thank you.
Which is wild to think about. The NXT title will be on the line at Evolution. I do know that for
a fact.
NXT Women's title will be on the line at Evolution.
Smart.
They're starting to book that right now. With everything going on. But yeah, it's going to be a really, really long show. We might have Mance come on so we can crap on Goldberg for his one final match, which, by the way, it's still a big possibility that Goldberg might win.
Honestly,
he's gonna win,
dude. Now that fucking Jay isn't king of the ring, yeah, I think Goldberg could very much win. That is 100% possible. He retires with the belt.
He deserves it.
No, it's an easy thing. Goldberg wins and then gets cashed in on.
Yeah.
By Seth Rollins.
Yeah, that's what I legit think will happen.
Damn.
And that's how Seth Rollins becomes world champion going into SummerSlam.
Dude, what a bummer. Goldberg's career ends on a fucking cash-in.
On a curb stomp.
Although, honestly, it's what he deserves.
Actually, you know how it's going to happen? He's going to get speared by Braun Breaker.
Ooh.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that, he's like, that's revenge for my dad. Fucking, God, I completely lost my train of thought. I lost it. It's gone.
It's okay. Mance is saying Goldberg is 100% going to win. Wow.
It's totally possible. Oh, so I remember Gunther's promo on Raw. My God. Remember how like a few years ago I was saying Gunther needs some character, needs a little bit of character development? Well, there it is.
Yeah.
There it is. That's it.
Mad.
Like Goldberg is in like the best he's ever going to be right now. He is firing on all cylinders. He is goddamn. He's got everything. He's the 5-tool player.
You know what's really funny? If somebody did a side-by-side of like, remember like a couple Family Guy episodes where Peter got really muscular and thin?
Yeah, I saw that.
It's Gunther.
Yeah, that's Gunther. He's just fit Peter.
He's a fit Peter Griffin. It's really bad. If only he can do like a Boston accent or New England accent. It'd be freaking great. But yeah, that's pretty much all the show that we have this week. It is 8:22, so okay, you have a lot of time to watch Love Island.
Jazz is watching it too. It's on.
Oh,
right?
Yes.
I'm not watching it. I haven't seen a second. I just know she's watching it.
Live into it. I took her down with me.
I'm still holding out.
Hey, Jazz got me into Grays, all right? She's not going to get me into whatever the fuck Love Island is.
I cannot get into Grays. I've tried. I can't do it.
Don't. It's not worth it. There's so much unnecessary drama and things just happen. Like tragedies happen because a tragedy needed to happen in the script.
Yeah.
There's just no point to it.
Love Island this season, it is not as good as last season. Like, It's giving Big Brother. We don't need to sideberg about Love Island because I need to go to the villa.
You can go to the villa. You can stay for the post show for a little bit, Kay, and go to the villa.
I don't want to. The air conditioner's over there. I'm over here.
Is your air conditioner not that powerful?
It is, but it's on the other side of the house. I would like to be next to it.
I was just like, Kay, I've been in your place. I feel like it could reach.
It could, but I can't feel it right now.
Goodness. All right, we'll figure out. Any final words before I start doing the outro stuff?
Yankees winning 3-0.
Nice. It's progress.
Yay!
That's progress. So, that's right. Ironheart comes on tonight. That's how I'm spending the rest of my night and everything. All right, anywho, let's get this show on the road, and maybe we'll have Kay stay for the post show. We don't know yet. Anyway, folks, you have been listening to Kings of the Rings podcast, episode number 412, Kaezar Gaymon. Watch the pre-show if you didn't figure out
Kaezar Gaymon's doing coke again.
That's too long. This isn't a Fall Out Boy song. Like,
you know what? It is now. Kaezar Gaymon is doing coke again.
I don't want to put that out of the title.
It might be Kaezar Gaymon. Kaezar Gaymon might be
Kaezar Gaymon. Yeah.
Again, might be the greatest episode title we've ever had in 10
I think so.
I'll
think that should be the full episode title.
I kind of want to text it to Dave out of context just to see his reaction.
Kaezar Gaymon is doing coke.
I think you should do that right now.
No.
He's like, the fuck, bro? How do you know?
Dude, come on. Jesus. My God. Anyway, episode number 412, Kaezar Gaymon potentially is doing cocaine. I don't know. You can follow me at Ambassador Biggs.
Put it in parentheses.
That would be good.
Yes.
Parentheses is doing coke again.
Yes. You can find me at Ambassador Biggs across all social media outlets, BIGZ, Ambassador Biggs. Follow Kings of the Rings podcast at KOTR_podcast across all social media outlets. Like, share, subscribe, leave us a 5-star review. Buy some of our fantastic merch that Kay is rocking for this show. I'll rock some of the merch next week. The link to that is in the description below. If you're listening to us, please make sure you're listening to us on Wrestle Addict Radio, the cure for the common wrestling podcast, and follow Wrestle Addict Radio socials at addict_wrestle on Twitter and at Wrestle Addict Radio, all one word, everywhere else. The links to that, again, are also in the description below. Will Tarashot.
Yeah, man. This shit's so much fun sometimes. Episode title. See, Ricky, this is why I always had to show it's like, I was going to make up a show title in the episode. We'll find it. And it always comes up. It always pops up. It's a secret to podcasting, ladies and gentlemen.
It really always does.
Okay, what's going on in Love Island? Please, I guess enlighten me. Smarten me up.
All right.
Do your outro first, and then explain to us what's going on in Love Island in the post show.
All right, y'all. Well, I will be doing coke again across social media at KAE_FAVE. I will not be doing coke on social media, y'all. I'm trying to find a job.
I'm gonna have to mute that part of the episode when I
You know what? If they got this far, good for them.
Touche.
If they got far enough to hear me say that I'm going to do coke on the internet, then they had a good listening experience. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram not doing coke at KAE_FAVE.
Yeah, that's right. Confuse them all.
Yes. You never know what I'll be doing. It's an illusion, Michael. Check out our Pride merch for we have another week of Pride. Please support Trans Lifeline. If you live in New York City, you have 40 minutes to vote. Fucking vote. Get online. The polls close at 9 p.m. Eastern.
It's really for New York, 9
If
p.m.
you
That's
don't
messed
vote,
up.
Andrew Cuomo's probably gonna win.
Yeah, no, literally.
That's literally probably what's going to
You
happen.
don't want that? I don't want that. The polls opened at 6 a.m. and they closed at 9 p.m. Zohar Mandami was doing a press conference in Astoria Park at 5:30 this morning.
And put it this way, if you do vote, a socialist is gonna win. So
Yeah.
Democratic socialist. So enjoy your options, New York.
I don't live in New York City, so
I don't live in New York City either. So
Yeah,
have fun. I pay your taxes though, so fuck you for that.
Well, you shouldn't have worked in New York City. Anywho, folks.
Here.
Hi, Boris. Let's clean the tension. Anywho, folks, when we come back, whenever we come back, we may take next week off because we have such a big show the week following, and also 4th of July and whatnot, and things like that. But when we come back, we'll talk about the fallout from Night of Champions, if we have new champions, if someone cashed in, if someone did it, and at least we'll start to talk about AEW. And oh yeah, there's this thing called Slammiversary we kind of have to get prepared for. So we do have to kind of incorporate some TNA stuff. So there's a lot of wrestling going on in July. There's a lot of movies to watch in July. Superman, Fantastic Four, another Jurassic Park, because we can't leave freaking dinosaurs alone. So we've got a lot to discuss next month. So happy end of Pride. Make sure to buy some of our merch. Goodbye. Good night. We'll see you soon. And one of these days we'll make Slack merch. Haha, I'm kidding. Fuck you, Slack. We'll see you soon. This has been a Wrestle Addict Radio branded podcast.